It's back! Hallelujah, it's back! Hey guys, CJ here, and Iron Fist the Living Weapon is back from its nearly 3-month hiatus. You should have seen me. I was like a junkie that didn't get his fix. I was lying there on the ground just twitching, cold sweats, the whole 9 yards. It kind of left it on a cliffhanger too, which made the waiting like all the worse. But here it is, issue number 7, finally, after, like I said, nearly a 3-month wait. Now this issue is split into 3 different storylines almost. Danny in training, Davos in the one taking over the Rand building and using it to a nefarious end, and then Brenda and Detective Lee later infiltrating the evil hideout formerly known as the Rand building. So let's jump right in. Essentially, Danny's training serves 2 purposes for us as readers. First, it illustrates how much he gets his ass kicked without chi, and second, it gives us some flashbacks, essentially giving us the story of Fu in this issue, the kooky little engineer guy. It's really interesting how Andrews kind of weaves in Fu's character as a mechaniker and distributor of technology with the fact that Kunlun is supposedly despised and, shunned technology. When Danny's flashback of facing and beheading the One, we see that he was in fact just a robot, which kind of proves that the elders of Kunlun were utilizing this technology in a pretty big way, right under the people's noses, and then just lying to their faces. And I honestly can't wait to see what, not just if, Fu has the connection to the One and what it will be. And what the One's nefarious goals are and how Fu ties into that, I suppose. And at the end of the tale, Danny gets some bitchin' steampunk fists and prepares to go through a portal to another dimension where something is waiting for him, according to Fu. Since this run, actually, this ongoing series has had a great deal of reflecting on Danny's past, and we've already seen his father, honestly, I kind of, expect it to be his mother, and the synopsis for issue 8 has just come out, and it says it's the one person he was most unprepared to face, which makes me think it might be his mother back in some form or fashion. Davos and the One, meanwhile, are rebuilding/repurposing the Rand building to kind of, rebuild Kunlun in the heart of NYC, they said. But they also seem to be throwing a pretty swanky dinner party with representatives from the 8 cities, 2 local lawyers, and an official from the City Planning Commission. The dinner party goes south when the representatives refuse to join him, and the One kills everyone. That's a major party foul. Their stories kind of tie in heavily with that of Brenda and Lee, who, as I mentioned, infiltrate the Rand building to find out what the hell the One and Davos just were up to. While they stumble on something quite shocking. People! Lots and lots of people. Pod people, it looks like. Now, this is a little surprising, and it's left as a question mark for the next issue as well. If I had to guess, those are probably the citizens of Kunlun in a stasis of some kind, or being used as funky chi batteries and this is actually my guess what their plan is. I think they're going to open a portal and actually move the city of Kunlun to New York, or at least, move New York out of time and into Kunlun's dimension. All in all, it's a good issue, and really cool art as always. I really like the style he's going for. I love Danny's steampunk fists. It'll be really interesting to see either how they hold up, or how long he needs them until he can get the Iron Fist back. I always hesitate to criticize something as being a filler issue, because every comic needs fillers. They get you where you're going. You can't just jump from point A to point B, but after such a long break, which in and of itself is another major issue that affects the pacing of the book if you're reading it issue to issue, it really kind of felt underwhelming, this issue did. It really kind of felt like everything that was built up for it's like, okay, just wait another week, wait another couple weeks. And plus that dragon just hatched in the sewers in issue number 6, and nobody's talking about that. No one seems phased or aware. But other than that, I just actually found out yesterday that Kyle Andrews is pulling a Frank Miller, and regardless of your feelings on Frank Miller, that's essentially, he's writing this, he is illustrating this, he's doing pretty much everything but the lettering, which is another guy, and that's just incredibly impressive to me, honestly, whenever you can do that. And I don't know if that's the reason for the delay, if it was something with him, or if it was Marvel mandated. I don't know. I don't have the answer for you. But all I know is it was set back 3 months. So big props to Kyle Andrews doing that all by himself. I had no idea that he was, like I said, pulling a Frank Miller, illustrating and writing everything. That about wraps it up for me here for this issue. I really can't wait for the next issue, which luckily we'll only have to wait a month for this time. So I'm really excited about that. Anyways, that about wraps it up for me. So signing off, this is CJ, and I'll see you next time.